Okay, first I'd like to thank Bill Chalker for a wonderful talk. We've been friends for 20 years. In the last few weeks, the field of ufology has changed completely because a guy from Harvard, Avi Loeb, has published a great paper. It's in the news everywhere, millions of views on Twitter. And what I'm going to do here is summarize what Avi Loeb thinks and also synthesize that with traditional ufology so we get a joining between the two. I'll have questions down at dinner afterward. We don't have time for questions now. So an anomalous object called 3I Atlas, 3 Interstellar Atlas, is now entering our solar system from interstellar space. What could it be? And you can see it. Start the movie, please. There you go. And there is a little dot there. You see it moving. And that's about all we have right now to begin with. Not much data. Okay? Next one, please. Now, this is actually the orbital path of 3I Atlas. So you know what we're doing, 3I Atlas. Do you start it? And here it is. 3I Atlas is coming in this way at the orbit of Jupiter. It's just going to miss Mars right there in the opposite side of Earth. So it's going an opposite way to the way the solar system's moving, retrograde. Now the interesting thing is it's almost in the plane of the ecliptic. There's not much out. And when it comes in here, you wonder, where's the asteroid belt? It's just high enough to miss the asteroid belt. No further, 5 degrees up. So this orbit just lets it miss the asteroid belt and go past Mars like that. Let's go. So will it come close to Earth? Everybody's excited. Right now we don't really know. And let's zoom in. There it goes, going to go past Mars. Earth is way over there. And we're not really sure what's happening yet. You can just look at that for a second. Going past Mars, Mercury, Venus. So we're very close to Mars. When people saying, oh, it's not going to come close to Earth. Now, the question is, a lot of people are talking, could 3I Atlas break or slingshot around other planets such as Mars, Venus, or Jupiter in order to reach Earth? That's what most people thought. And this isn't 3I Atlas, this is Voyager. So typically space propulsion uses slingshots around the gravity of other planets. For example, the Voyager probe will go out there, it'll stick to that planet and get carried forward by the orbital velocity and move sideways. In the case of 3I Atlas, it's exactly the opposite because the object's coming in opposite the planets, so any planet it sticks to them will slow it down. So people are speculating about this. We're not really sure what's going to happen. So is it just a very large interstellar comet or something artificial? And there it is. That's our best view yet. Just a ball, there's no tail, there's no nothing, you can't tell. There's no other view yet. Just a big, and it's 7 miles in diameter. Just at the orbit of Jupiter, 7 miles, is a big rock. So now that we start this interesting stuff, that was just a background to give you the grounding. How did this man know about 3I Atlas in January 25? I won't mention the name because I want to avoid copyright and libel claims. When it wasn't seen by telescopes till July 25.
But the lie is coming. All indications, like all of them, is that that lie is going to be that there is a craft slowly making its way to us here on Earth. And that is the lie they're going to want you to believe.
That's the lie they're going to want you to believe. I don't know what's wrong with the sound here. There's a lie that a craft is going to be coming to Earth, like 3I Atlas, very slowly. And the lie they want you to believe is that it's really an alien spacecraft and not some junk. Now that's interesting, because he said this 6 months before it was discovered. There's an anomaly here. I can follow it up later. I'm not going to mention any names because of libel and copyright. But there's a big anomaly here, 6 months before anything happened. Who would get down in the studio and do that? I'm not going to say any more for obvious, I don't want to get banned. Next, let's go. Now, the first warnings we received about a space vessel threat, that's the big question, were in 2015, 10-year delta. Friendly aliens gave this message: Ebens have sent threat. Embrace this space vessel threat. The friendly aliens contacted a U.S. military man in Georgia and gave him a long coded message. Now, I know this guy. I talked to him. He's a legitimate. He's been in front of the DOD and the SCIF. This is totally legitimate. The U.S. government knows about it. And here's the UFO he saw. Now, these symbols are like at Rendlesham Forest. So it's similar to that. This is over Georgia. Big witnesses, videotapes. People saw it on YouTube everywhere, these craft, 200 meters long. And there was a U.S. Army Sergeant, codenamed CJ, that's not his real name, of course, he wants his privacy, was one of many witnesses to a low-flying UFO near Wadley, Georgia, 10 years ago. And the code they got, here's how I got involved. He got all these codes by telepathy or whatever. They actually put a Neuralink chip in him. It's like Elon's doing. And the code was in a strange format, and the U.S. government, bless them, couldn't figure out how to read it. So Linda Howe sent me this. It was 4 million views at the time. And I figured out this was the code. You can photograph that. Just photograph that, okay? If you want it. And that's the solution. It took me about a month to figure out. And you can see it says November 15, 7 faded out. Couldn't keep up, 4 November 15. October 15, you can just see, and he and his wife drew this, and a lot of people saw it. Just photograph that. Now, this code warned us about an imminent invasion from space by Eben gray aliens. Ebens have sent threat. The Ebens are the Zeta aliens, okay? Now, the word imminent is very interesting. What was the name of Louis Elizondo's book, best-selling on New York Times? What was the title? Now, did he get it from me, or did I get it from him? He got it from us. So obviously Lewis has seen this, take it very seriously to put it as the title of his book. Did everybody got that? And they're not going to tell you, the U.S. government's not going to say anything. Okay? That's where it came from, the title of his book. Now, this is too complicated, but photograph it, okay? We don't have time. Ebens have sent threat, embrace the space vessel threat, imminent threat soon upon Earth's leaders and civilizations. Now watch this. Beware of Orion 1350.3 and Zeta Reticuli 39.170 in light years. That's how far their home stars are away from Earth. One's in the Orion Nebula, and Zeta Reticuli, everybody knows that. Interestingly, the accuracy of that far exceeds anything our astronomers know. 39.170, they don't know that yet. Now here's the message from these friendly aliens. Evolutionary advancement needed to prevent takeover. Advancement imperative for planetary survival. Progression imperative for combined survival. It's pretty serious, isn't it? It means we're toast if we don't do this. Now here's what they say to do. Expose hidden knowledge to all citizens. Expose foreign alien technology to all. Employ safe and controlled joint study to all minds. So they say, okay guys, we're tired of this foolishness. It's time to disclose everything. The anti-gravity tech, the fusion tech, everything. This is a message to the people from our government. This was 10 years ago. I've made no progress since then. It's all real. The U.S. government knows this. So you get a bit frustrated, but I'm showing it to you. Let's go. Very similar messages were drawn in alien-made crop pictures from 2002 and 2015. Now, of course, everybody knows this one. Have you seen this before? The famous 2002, that's an Eben. And there's a message in the code there. And you can see the code. Look at all the codes. B-E-W-A-R-E, beware. And no one has ever possibly done that by hand. There's zero chance of fakery, okay? I just want to show you the code. Let's go. And this was actually the code. I wrote it out after Janet Osabar told me. That's the code. Now, does anyone think that's 2 men with rope and boards after leaving the pub late at night? Raise your hand if you think so. 2 men with rope and boards? S means separator bit. It means the S's are half the size of the others, and there's more to it. And that's beware is what I want to get you. Beware is the center. Okay, let's go. Now, the message went to the CJ was beware of Orion and Zeta Reticuli. Ebens have sent threat. That was the UFO message. And the crop message was beware the bearers of false gifts and their broken promises. Much pain, but still time. Very similar, isn't it? And the image of an Eben was drawn right there. You just saw the Eben, right? An Orion Eben. Then there's another one in 2015, just 1 week before the UFO message. So that's why it was. It was in Latin, timeo et ferentes, Latin for beware of ET bearing gifts. So we've got beware, beware, beware. Beware, beware, beware. You think it's the same group sending us the messages? Yeah. Must be. Now this is a literary reference to a Trojan horse. So my first thought was it's gray aliens working with the US military. They've got inside our city gates, but you'll see at the very end of this, there's a second interpretation which is equally plausible, which is very, very important. Everybody happy so far? Yes. Let's go. Now this is the second crop picture, which I decoded. It was the end of a runway near Torino. Spectacular thing. And the codes were given here. There were also codes in here. And let's see what they said. Those were people. Timeo iti ferentes, I fear extraterrestrial bearing gifts. If you know your Latin, that means I fear et bearing. T, E, that's codes for E, that code for T, F, E, R, and I decoded that one. There are also codes in there which are very interesting, but I don't have time. So we've got three sources. We have a UFO message. We have two crop pictures. Each of these is way, way beyond what any humans could do. And this was exactly 12 hours after this thing was photographed by my friends in Italy, Valeria and Silvio. It was a no-fly zone, so he had to take off in his plane. So they got up in the back of the plane. She's a great photographer. 12 hours after that, the UFO guy got his message in America. 12-hour delta after it was this photographed, went all over the web, and the guy got his message and saw so the difference between Italy and Georgia, USA was 12 hours for the same message. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? We're talking about a world, there's no doubt, all beware, the same message. Let's go. Now, let's go back to 3i Atlas summary, and you'll see something shocking. In summary, let's remember, 3i Atlas is coming at 130,000 miles per hour, and it's 7 miles long. Pretty big, isn't it? A huge rock. And let's see a photo of it again. It looks small because it's still a long way out by Jupiter. So we don't have much data than that. Is it just a large interstellar comet or something artificial? And that's our best photo so far. I got it and there's nothing else. You can't see anything. It's just a ball of light. But that's 7 miles because it's a long way off. Now the big question, will it come close to Earth? Right now we don't really know. Now, here's the really important thing which I haven't got to yet. Avi Loeb, the famous professor from Harvard, he's head of the department, has stuck his whole reputation on this thing not being normal. And the reason is it's circumstantial but very strong evidence. There's no direct evidence. He says 3i Atlas he points out the orbit of 3i Atlas will lie precisely behind the sun as seen from Earth when it reaches perihelion. Perihelion is its closest distance to the sun. So click on. Now I'm going to show you here with a movie what that means. What that means is when 3i Atlas gets right here, it'll be opposite Earth from the yellow sun. Take a look at it a couple more times until you understand. Here it comes. That's perihelion right here. Watch where, when it hits here, look where the Earth is. Exactly opposite. Got it? So we're not going to be able to see it. It's going behind the sun. We're not going to see anything. Now, and what are the odds the comet will come in, just miss the asteroid belt perfectly, then come around to our perihelion, it's exactly opposite the Earth when it passes. The odds of that are just infinitesimally small for an interstellar comet. I mean, it's unprecedented. I mean, 1 in 1,000? It's like going to Vegas and you just won the jackpot 3 times. And that's what Avi Loeb is going on, the high improbability of this thing being natural. There's no proof, but he's a smart guy. The guy is really smart, okay? Now he rightly makes a lot of deal out of this. Now, what a coincidence for a comet coming randomly from interstellar space. There's this incredibly improbable orbit. It looks like it's just perfectly planned to go in there behind the sun where something might happen we can't see. Okay? Now let's look at it again and I'll show you here. There it is. I'll go back one. There it is. I made a graph this morning. There's the Earth. There's the 3i Atlas at perihelion. There's the sun. Now does that look coincidental to you? Does anybody think this is a coincidence? And it had to be 5 degrees out of the ecliptic so it wouldn't hit the asteroid belt. So this is why Avi Loeb is so convinced, no, I've never seen anything natural like this. We have no direct evidence, but he's making an intellectual deduction, just the way Maxwell did on speed of light. Scientists always make Einstein on general relativity. He's a mathematician, he's made a deduction, he studied it. So without direct evidence, he's betting on the statistical probability, which is a quite reasonable thing to do. Okay, to put that out there, and he's got a paper, you can download it. Now I want to remind you of one thing. Last slide, I think. Do you remember the Trojan horse I was just talking about? Beware of Greeks bearing gift. Yet the message repeated 3 times, wasn't it? To the UFO, 2, 3 pictures. Beware, beware, beware. They're saying Trojan horse, Trojan horse, Trojan horse. So for a long time I've thought, well, they made a deal with the U.S. military and they're working underground somewhere and they're going to come out of the underground and take over Earth, right? That was my, like, coming in the city gates. However, there's another interpretation, which I'm going to close with, which Avi Loeb came up with. It isn't mine, but I'm just going to explain it to you. And it's so eloquent, I think Steve had a heart attack when I told him about it. Could there be something else beside that big rock inside or nearby? Inside or nearby? Just quick question. Let's go. So what's this? So imagine that's the big rock of the comet, the horse. What if there's a large spaceship or several little fleet of little spaceships hanging onto the 7-mile rock? And then let's go back. Can you back 2? And then when we hit around the sun here in October 29th, well, we can't see them. They dissociate from that big rock. Well, they just get off, like a train station. You get off the train at Burwood, the rock continues out to Jupiter, but they're not going on the rock. All they have to do now is brake, a braking maneuver, and they slow down. They only have to slow down so that they fall into the blue line Earth orbit here. There's the sun's gravity. They just hit here, and they slow down, and they'll be going that way, and the Earth will be going that way. How long would it take them to reach Earth that way without any fuel? Anybody want to calculate it? 90 degrees for each one. One goes clockwise, the other anti-clockwise. So what's 90 degrees in terms of a year? 3 months. So they can potentially, without any loss of fuel apart from the braking maneuver, intersect with Earth with doing nothing else in end of January. Okay? Probably not very approximately. So that's what Avi Loeb's talking about. Now that's an astonishing deduction, but actually it's not unreasonable. You know, they come in on this rock, they haven't spent any fuel, they get off the train station here like we do at Burwood, and their momentum, they just have to slow down, like get off. And the momentum carries around there, Earth's going that way, and they're there. Plus they're going to come out of the sun. We won't see this until at least over here. So at most we'll have a 1-month warning for any arrival event. Well, I mean, end of December, so we won't be able to see anything. It's right in the sun. So this could be total speculation. This is what Avi's talking about. However, I consider it reasonable speculation, given all the other things we've got from traditional ufology, that the Ebens are going to, they've sent a threat. 10 years ago, this other friendly race made an emergency journey to Earth because they'd seen this thing launched. So this rock has been in progress for 10 years. 10 years it's been flying to Earth, if we believe all the UFO accounts. So they got so upset they sent their whole mission here because of it. So I don't know what's going to happen, but not only is Avi making suggestions about it, but the traditional ufology fits into it pretty well. And I would just keep an eye on this situation very closely and not dismiss it. It could just be that it's going to fly off. Even if you see the rock fly off, they could sit behind the sun as long as they want to. There's no reason they couldn't stay there for a couple of years. But they're right next to us now, we'll never see them. Everybody got that? That's a sobering thought. But that's what's been given us. So Avi thought it was so improbable this would happen by chance. Like you're playing blackjack or poker and you get ace, king, queen of heart, ace, king, queen, jack of hearts. All you need is the 10 of hearts to finish the hand, right? Oh, maybe the deck's rigged and we're going to get the 10 of hearts soon. You have to think that. So this is what it's all about. And we don't have time for a discussion, but I hope you got the